Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi guys, I'm back. Even after drinking copious amounts of alcohol last night, you can't stop the old man. Except occasionally you can. Thank you for whoever has joined me. Good evening. Key farm first, I think. We'll go human, female, and we're going to roll randomly with the d20. 1 or 11, 2 or 12, and so on and so forth. If we roll a 10 or 20, we re-roll. And the roll is an 11, so that is Guardian. Almost feels like cheating. Random. Eyes the appearance, please. There we go. And that'll do. Sure. We'll wear that helm. That helm is fine. I'm fine with that helm. We'll go with ferocity. Common folk. Oh, clearly, I passed up an opportunity to perform in the circus. Is one of my biggest regrets. I mean, whose isn't? Melandru? And, as is traditional, I have a couple friends, Faye and Rainsheart, and you smoosh them together and you get Fainsheart.
The human race once ruled Tyria.
Yes, I've been through this before. Thank you. Thank you.
We're under attack!
If you're not familiar with it, we're doing the key farm. Excuse me. You basically don't have to do a thing, just run. Straight for where the elemental spawns. And that will be the fastest path. Sometimes you don't actually save any time doing it, but most of the time you do. I will accept those.
All shiny.
Because they're shiny. We'll put on the ring and drag these two out of the way. So the centaurs are already invading. There's the champion. Basically, if we'd gone the other way, that gate would be closed and we'd have to wait for this whole event to finish.
Enough of this.
Whereas in this case,
Take down their leader.
we'll be doing so.
You think you can defeat me?
We must all do our part.
Basically saving me about 5 minutes. Give or take.
It's huge!
Words that Logan Thackeray has never heard before. I guarantee you. What is that thing? It's huge.
Take out those giant heads, and the whole thing will come crashing down. Watch for debris. Keep your heads down.
My timing was bad. I have failed. That time I evaded successfully. Haha. I can be taught. Good evening, Nod Knox. How you doing?
You'll be doing that one for days.
So, to make you glad you don't live here,
It's not dead yet. Brace
leveling up your first engine.
Think it's gonna explode.
If you go with kits and get your hands on the flamethrower makes content very straightforward. and there is a trait that will give you stability and I think might as while you're using it.
Where am I?
And that will make it all
What
fast
happened?
and easy. The leveling, at least. Let's see. So it's 88 here today. It's going to be 96 tomorrow, which I think is 36 degrees, your numbers. And then it's going to be 104 on the 3rd. And then it's going to be 97 for the next 4 days. It's hot, and it's going to be really hot. Yeah, that 12C, for those of you who don't speak Celsius, that's going to be about 44 degrees, I think. Let's see, 10 divided by is 2, 18, 54 degrees. 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, quite a difference. So the 104, let's see, that's going to be, 40 is
Centaurs roll right at this
divided by 5,
I can almost
8,
smell them.
72,
Filthy barn animals.
32. Yeah, that's going to be 40.
They would have burned Shaymore to the ground if we hadn't fought them off.
Air conditioning is how I survive it. My air conditioner has been on for hours and will probably be on until 9 this evening. And we normally cracking 100 happens a few times a year, but for us to have it's going to be 6 days in a row where we're in the 90s, that doesn't happen very often.
It's tough to prosper nowadays, but we try.
And it's going to be until the 12th before we have another day in the 80s. It's going to be 90 plus for 10 straight days, I think. I'm going to dance with the cows now, as is tradition. Yeah, you got to dance with the cows, make the cows happy. I have a friend who lives in Phoenix, and last year they had a run of 110 degree temperatures for like 20 plus days. 110 is going to be about 43, I think. But Phoenix is in the middle of a desert, and the Bay Area, actually the climate description of the Bay Area is we have a Mediterranean climate. Hello, Floraline. Welcome back. I will be significantly lower energy this evening. I'm not what you would have as a classic hangover, but, yeah, you know, a little bit of the effects of the alcohol consumed last night. Just tired, low energy. I was drinking vanilla vodka, splash of cream with root beer. Not 100% accurate as far as I know. You learned approximation rule. From Celsius to Fahrenheit is divide by 5, multiply... No. Yes. Divide by 5, multiply times 9, add 32. If you're an American who grew up with root beer floats, it's delicious. The math is is less easy for me to brain handle to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius. Roughly, yeah. 9 and 5. My only problem with it is we shouldn't call it Celsius. We should call it centigrade because that describes what it is. Celsius was the inventor, but Celsius himself had it work the other way. When Celsius first designed his thermometer readings, he had 100 as freezing and boiling was 0. Which is simply crazy talk. I'm level 4. And there was much rejoicing. Papa's got a brand new bag. We got a new mace. We got new shoes. For those of you who are new around here, anytime I get a new item of attire, we randomize the dies on my attire. Let's see if it's going to be appalling for the first time tonight. It's not appalling. It's just surprising red on the helm. Other than that, it's not bad at all. The colors are darkness, one of my very favorite colors in the game. Darkness is an amazing color because it has the sub-die channels in darkness. One of them is very lighter color, and so you get contrasting things on your armor to really pop. And the second is Mud Metal, and that is Enameled Strawberry. I'm a big fan of the Enameled fans. Glad we corrected that. You know, I like science updates. It's theories whenever old ones are proven wrong or convoluted. That is their big advantage. There are people who choose those colors on purpose. Of course. I have friends among them. Vorp, are you here yet?
Replenishing.
There are people who treat their clothing in this game, as is entirely their right, as if Elton John's wardrobe threw up on them. You're very welcome, and thank you for yours and coming back. For instance, there are these dies that are only available. They come with the 9th, 10th, and 11th anniversary reward. So if you've been, if you bought the game 9, 10, or 11 years ago, you have access to these dies. There are 6 dies to choose from, and obviously I've got 3 because 9, 10, and 11. I'll be getting a 4th one, 12. But they are, let's see. That's taffy. That's bubblegum. And this one is limesicle. So imagine the nightmares you could create with those colors, if you were so inclined.
Replenishing.
There are people who use them as if those are the main colors they want to use. I will use them for accent colors sometimes. I'm a big fan, generally speaking, on my character coloring schemes, anyway, to go with primarily dark colors as the primaries, and then lighter colors, sometimes appalling color combos, for accent colors. But that's a me thing. There are people who are attempting to cause a gag reflex in the other players, and they are entitled to do that. Being 5. And that's one of the reasons I love Darkness so much. Darkness is one of the dies that I always try out on a new character to see where I can use it. Other colors that I use all the time. Enameled and Blaze is great because it makes a great leather, but it also can work with metal really well. Enameled and Blaze is this one. And you can see in this particular case, it's not doing any favors for that chest piece, I gotta say. But generally speaking, it's a color I really love. Yeah, it's not looking good on any of that stuff. Now I feel shame. Primary colors are taffy and bubblegum on a very large Norn with blonde long hair. You see? See what I mean? It's just a different kind of taste than mine. You know, my taste exists. Poking fun. The next one I'll be getting is probably the creamsicle orange. Prefer to use earthly colors or general deep luminosity colors, metal colors, even bright ones. Well, that is one of the things, is that different armors, because of the way they work the dye channels and some of the texturing and stuff, some dyes on some pieces just look awful, whereas others look incredible on the same piece. Mostly play Asuras with black and white, red color schemes. I have my 37 characters on the main account, now 38 with the key farm character. I have a wide variety. I will attempt to remember to display them all later. Something bugged out, you're invincible but can still kill mobs. No loot. Not sure. That's one of the advantages of having lots and lots of dye choices.
Or am I amazing?
Is that I have more flexibility. I can try a bunch of different greens on a piece that where the green I'm using on all the rest of the pieces just doesn't work right. No XP. The character count at this point for me on this account is 37 real characters, and this is a key farm character. They'll be getting deleted tonight when I finish getting the key. The alt account has 9 and an empty slot for a key farm character as well. I don't know what's up with that, Nodnox.
Replenishing. Progress
That's
transfer.
the heart and level. Oh, and that, if you want to level quickly on a Guardian, Greatsword is the answer to all of your questions. Lot 2, all colors of the lower categories, though I miss around half of the rarest ones. I bet I'll never get all those because they keep adding more and more. It's not just the hue though. Every dye, or most dyes anyway, have dye sub-channels. So they changed the sub-channels around. Hey, Vorp. Vorp is the person I was referring to as one of my friends whose color taste on his outfits is occasionally questioned. But only occasionally, all the time. Vorp and I have very, very different tastes. The word I was looking for is impeccable. I'm sorry. Yes, I would never peck it. Speaking of which, we have another item of attire. It is time to randomize the dyes, and here we go. It's tungsten, lava, and abyssal sea. You can see, for instance, the sub-dye channels in Abyssal Sea on the emblem on the helm. Half of it is dark and half of it is light. That's because of one of the dye sub-channels on that dye is bright. Rather, the others are all dark. Can't get in any closer, I guess. But you can see right there that the top of it is dark and the bottom of it is light, and that is because of the 2 dye sub-channels are being used there. Since we're all talking about my characters, I will take a moment, because this is a lazy-ass stream tonight, guys. Expect nothing really to get accomplished. We'll go to my characters, and we're going to bust through them. Did speed up the leveling. Oh, yeah, from 20 and you've not left Metric or Province. That's, yes. Key farms are much faster too. So this is the character I'm currently working on. This is my first ever character. He is now currently wearing, visibly boasting to everyone around that he has the first 2 pieces of open world legendary armor. My old ranger, one of my newer characters. As you can see, generally I'm not going too whole hog on the coloring schemes. They're relatively sedate. It is in fact me, and that is quite intentional. A lot of my characters look like me in games. That's one of the more bright. This is the guy I've been playing lately. This is my most played character. He is Spungo Smallberries. You can't make out the name because my head's in the way. And he is a guardian. See, again, this guy, I'm pretty sure that's darkness, all of the armor, within a green highlight. This is the exception. This character, all of it's bright green to go with the mech. My very, very classily dressed, except for the headpiece, perhaps. Necro. Whoop! This is one of my sort of more outlandishly colored characters, but then they're a mesmer. This was out, all of this gear was out of the Wizard's Vault in the first 2 seasons, so he's wearing it because it's all in a set, and I wanted to see what it looked like. He lost a bet, is a reasonable way of putting it. Yeah, gotta agree with that. This character is not at cap yet. I have a few characters who are not yet at cap. Another one. Another one. Another one. All these ones, the colors are being randomized as they level up. "100% designed for females." Actually, I mean, I don't disagree, but I believe it's a version of a Guild Wars 1 outfit. One of the classes, I think. Now, this is like a pretty good example of about as flashy as I'm going to get for most of my characters. Okay, that one too. But at least at least it's thematic. You know, this is all fiery colors, and she's an elementalist, so. Flamethrower man. And that is the entire batch. All of them. 37, including the one I'm currently playing. 4 for each class. I'm not well. All right. Bonk. It's bandits.
Mine.
All mine. Sir, you seem to be on fire, sir. Sir?
Get over here and help me!
Oh, they're going to pick it up. And I'll whack them again. You got to kill some of them, because otherwise you can't just pick up the stolen feed and turn it in, or you're not going to get enough heart progress. Not well is the thought that continuously runs through my brain. Well, you're a gamer. It's not a given, but the odds are really, really quite high.
Dead.
You're an MMO player. I mean, you watch Twitch. I mean, it wasn't that many years ago where my opinion on Twitch was, why would I want to watch someone else game? My friend Vorp was watching stuff and telling me about it, and I went, I guess I can, like, try it. And now it's on if I'm awake, essentially. Twitch. It's my background noise instead of music. Alright, I think we have enough supplies to turn them in and continue on. First discovered Titch was like, why on earth does this exist? That's kind of the way I was too, so, yeah.
How do you do?
I didn't get it. Pretty sure it's clear that I kind of get it now.
Ha! You're kidding, right?
Yes, I'm kidding, right. Exactly. Water pipes remaining. I want to make sure that I do some damage to these mobs, especially the bomb carrier. Kill some mobs. That's a level. And they are enough other players around that they'll keep doing it. I'll probably get a silver, but possibly just a bronze for my participation for killing a few mobs. Worth it for the XP, but not worth it to spend 2 minutes killing a few mobs. We've got a Black Lion chest. Yay, there was much rejoicing. 170, 170. Power or toughness? We'll stick with the power, thank you. And a sword. We have a sword. It always creeps me out that I get sticks of butter. I'm capped on butter. That's not a phrase I ever expected I would be saying in my life.
At hand.
I'm capped on butter. I have 1,000 butter. I'm going to make a minor change here to the stream. Very minor. I'm going to turn on the 27-inch monitor. Instead of streaming the game, I'm now streaming the monitor, so you can see that right there that just popped up. That is one of the mods from Blish HUD. Regions of Tyria, I think, is the name of it.
Another personal victory.
And it notifies you when you change areas. And I think it's pretty cool. But because it's an overlay, it's not actually a game mod. It doesn't show up on stream unless I'm streaming the monitor instead of the game. But I think it's cool, so. If you're not familiar with Blish HUD, or add it as a source on top of the game source, yeah, I could do that too. That might not be a bad idea, actually. Thank you for suggesting that. That's a really good idea. Note to self. Do that. Thank you. I'm sorry. Apparently I will be broken. Or possibly not. You can see these icons here are the icons for Blish HUD. And again, because it's an overlay, not a mod, it is not subject to ANET wagging their finger at us. It has, I don't use a lot of them. I have the pathing one installed but not enabled. Using the screen as a source might not be advisable for obvious reasons. Yes, that's generally why I don't do it. But for instance, if I hit Alt-E, that is the event timers. So that I don't have to go to the wiki to see when events are spawning up. That's an example of one of the overlay functions that's really, really handy. Not a big deal. A little quality of life thing. I'm at level 8 already? I'm huge! Yeah, we got the metal aqua breather, which only really shows up when you're in the water, but still, it is an item of attire. Hence, we randomize the dies again. We have midnight teal, sunrise breeze, and evening grass. Level 8, let's see. I'm a great hero, so I'm going to kill some rats and tidy up the documents. You know, it's what us heroes do. Hi. Just, you know, tidying some stuff up. How on earth did one of the centaurs get in here? I've never seen that before, I don't think. Rats gotta die, you know? Their presence allows for the spread of disease. Because they have the fleas on them. You can't have that round here. And Queensdale, Alderbrook Vale. Greetings and salutations right back at you. I have revived an ally and gotten more XP for it. The adventure guide has sped up leveling, especially low-level leveling speed, a great deal. And a heart. I'm going to grab the waypoint. And POI. And that's a level. And we have the Awakened Invasion. They are really good XP at low levels. So if you're doing a key farm and they happen to spawn in, by all means, get your fanny perpendicular over and start wailing on them. Do you have the champion up yet? No. You want to make sure you tag all the mobs so you get credit when they die. Not a lot of us over here, so it's taken a long time to die. I'll wait for them to get off of their effect. Oh! Okay, to whoever's using the knockback in group content, cut it out.
I could outrun a centaur.
Thank you. It's going reasonably well. A little bit low energy due to the amount of delicious alcoholic beverages I had consumed last night.
They'll have to hit much harder. Back at it. Replenishing.
Anything to report?
Not getting any champions. We should get a champion out of this wave, though. Yep, we have a champion. Gotta be careful around him, as he hits really hard. This is a key farm character. So the character will get up to level 10. Do the first chapter of the story. I'll get a key for the real money lockboxes.
Don't just stand there, cows.
Open that up and then delete the character.
Fend off bandits.
It's a not uncommon thing for a fair number of Guild Wars 2 players to do. Once a week, you can do it. Used to be, you could do it as many times as you wanted. So there were people who would basically do map completions all the freaking time for keys. But they changed it to once a week.
They'll have to hit my... Just one more confirmation of how great I am.
And that's level 10. I've leveled up. Should set up your alt account at some point. I log into my account. At least log in every day and take a look. If the dailies are easily accomplished, I'll do those too. Speaking of dailies, what do we get done? Break an enemy's defiance bar.
You're kidding, right?
We hit level 10.
You must like
So we will head to Shimmer. Can't use that.
Begin destruction protocol.
Can't use that. Open up that. That is a level 80 item. Because when you're fighting the Awakened,
This is most
the
remarkable.
boxes you get are these things here. Are level 80 gear. Or like 78 to 80. Oh, the 76. So high level gear at any rate.
Sweet loot.
You can't use it at low level, obviously. But you can still salvage it. And into town we go. Bonk. I hope everybody's Monday was relatively kind to you. I understand Mondays generally suck. So, yeah, I don't expect them to go great. As long as they don't, you know, completely, well, suck, that's kind of a win. If my memory serves about what Mondays were like. Oh, that was really bad. That was amongst the worst beetle driving I've ever actually done. And I'm bad with the beetle. Been getting better, but still not good. Let us sell the junk in our bags.
Can I help you?
First of all, reinforce our armor, then sell our junk. 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 And throw that away. Move those down there. Yes, I know. I'm completely anal about the setup of my bags. Good weather. Southern Sweden after some rainy days. It's hot as hell here. Well, not yet. It's gonna be hot as hell here. Today is 88, which is 31, I think. Yes, 31. But tomorrow is going to be almost 5 degrees Celsius hotter. And then another 4 degrees Celsius hotter after that.
Keep walking. If you ain't a friend of Big Nose Ted, you ain't.
Yes, it
welcome
is.
here.
We have salvaged our items for another one of the dailies. And we got mail asking us if we're feeling better. It's from Petra. How did she know I was drinking so much last night? For whatever reason, I seem to be attracting a fair number of Scandinavian viewers. And mind you, I have no objection to that.
Come on, sweetness, just one
But it
dance.
is
Let's see
early in the
what this is.
morning there.
Only if you get a job, a haircut, and a clue. And maybe not even then.
Hi, Petra. I can have another weapon, can't I?
I need to start bringing a big dog to work.
That mace is kind of junk, but fine. Alright, we now have a couple of different weapons. Maynalt was stockpiling all the daily logins right until they stopped. Lots of mats and things.
Hi.
Hi, Petra.
You're looking for a fight, because now you got one. Both let him
Away
have
from
it,
my
boys.
dad's ring.
Knock you out?
It's Petra. Help us anywhere.
Uptown Johnny will be delivering the best line in the entire game in a very short time. 15, 20 minutes.
I can't believe it.
And now it's Blaze, who is really annoying.
Replenishing.
Because Blaze can only have one condition on him at a time.
All right, I surrender.
Kind of a dick.
Pound you into the ground like a big nail.
Swedes everywhere.
Wrong choice.
Well, as I mentioned last night,
Time to do some real damage.
That's enough. I yield.
I have forebears who are both Nordstroms and Westerfelds.
I need backup.
I've had enough of you.
Hey,
Put you
okay. Surrender.
Hey, Big Nose Ted, let's play a game. Tell you what, why don't you go first?
Let's play who can hit the hardest. I'll go first.
Okay, that seems fair. And he's temporarily blinded. And
Give up.
he's going to have a laydown. And the bad lady comes, and then the bad man, or the good man comes and tells off the bad lady.
I'll find a way
The
to
end.
help you no matter what.
If Sarantine keeps swiping our low-level prisoners, we'll have to start arresting a better class of villain.
We have new gloves, and as you know, that means new dies. Drum roll. That's not bad. I mean, it's not anything, showy, but the metal parts look metal. We have fog, beige, and hush. Well, we got new pants, so those dies didn't last very long. We got the focus.
Now I shall break you.
Ooh, we've hit here. Normally, I will train that. Spirit weapons first, because Sword of Justice is not only good for leveling, it makes a lot of endgame builds. It's pretty good. And out we go. I'll sell the junk we've got again.
Goodbye.
And now we need to talk to Lieutenant Francis. He is hands down the worst Seraph in the entire organization. I'm supposed to go to him for medicine. Sadly, the medicine that he's supposed to be guarding has been stolen by bandits. And his response to this is to ask me to get it. So, not only could he not protect the medicine from the bandits, he was not capable of getting it back from the bandits. His law enforcement chops suck. Seven chests of loyalty
Petra,
and
what
every
are
other
you
daily
doing
login
here?
for about
How'd
7
you find
months.
this place? I followed you.
There's some value in
I'm not
there.
going to sit around and worry about my father when I can help.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And what is she going to help me with? I've got a big two-handed sword, and she has a big stick.
Swinging Miss Timber again. She's been tucked away behind the
A
bar
really
for
big
too long.
stick. Or possibly a really low-quality ore.
Look, Moas. They're big. Remember when we used to ride Rancher Meppy's herd? I bet these birds are just
Look
for
at those
safety.
feathers fly.
There they go. Look at those feathers fly.
Blasted mowers are out. Get those stupid birds under control.
I wonder if you could make Moa confit. I bet you could.
Is it just me? Or does everything taste better with silver?
I think it's because it's got that nice, just feel to it.
It's that do-gooder from the bar. Recruits, kill this clown!
I'm the do-gooder from the bar, and I'm evidently a clown, too, which I think is kind of mean. Wait, why did they all stop? And now they're walking. What is that about? I've never seen them do that, and I have probably run this thing 100 times. Not exaggerating, 100.
He's bleeding useless. Hey, I need backup over here.
Right turn. Left turn.
Impressive combination.
Got me.
Hyark. Come on, twitchy Jake.
Ted. I'm Big Nose Ted's right-hand man.
Well, I kind of missed with that. Okay, well, try it again.
Hey, keep your hands off me. Okay. I surrender.
He says I'm done here, but spoiler, he's not done here. And we've got another bandit. And we will grab the medical supplies from the chest, and he'll decide that he wants more.
When you get to the mist, tell him Twitchy Jake sent you. Don't you know who I am? I'm famous.
I need some backup.
Everything bad.
Got him.
Good luck. I'll see you soon.
Exit, and now we take the medicine back to the man who was supposed to be protecting it from the bandits. Now this is pretty bad, but what he does later is even worse. That's how bad he is in his job.
Maybe
Oh, Francis, there's the medicine. And back to the Salma district. Let's see. Southeast part in Sweden called Skåne. That's the best I can do. Skåneland was once Danish back in the Viking era. Well, let's see. The Geats were Danish, I think. I think they were the mainland of what is Denmark now. I know about the Geats. Beowulf was a Geat. Came under the Swedish flag first in 1658, but we Skåningar have always seen ourselves as our own. We have our own little flag. Like red with the white cross, but yellow instead. Sweden did some nasty stuff here throughout the wars in 1650. I finally remembered who it was I was trying to think of the other night. I knew I was close, but wasn't quite there. I kept thinking Gustav, but I knew it wasn't Gustav. It was Gustavus Adolphus. "30 Years' War. A lot of bad things got done around 1650. 30 Years' War was about as awful a war in terms of some of the things that were done as any war the world's ever seen. Northern Swedes don't think of you as Swedes either, down there in the land of the Danes.
You're back. They're upstairs. Take a left. First door on the right. Quick!
Well, we know him as, I'm not sure Gustav Vasa is the same as Gustavus Adolphus, Gustav the Great. Died in battle. Oh, quit your whining. Here's your medicine. God, he's such a whiner. Famously, in the 30 Years' War,
What are you doing here?
you had
Pull this off, you'll have
the
to
sack
eat,
of Magdeburg,
breathe, think, and stink like a bandit.
where city of, I think, 25,000 was taken, and everyone was either executed or sold into slavery to the Moors. And that led to the phrase Magdeburg Mercy, which is what the people that Magdeburg was on the side of to start calling it when they started killing all of the guys on the other side. It's just, as wars go, awful. Well, that's going to be another set of dies. Because we changed, our breathing mask, which technically is apparel. Wow. That is permafrost, which I think is the brightest white in the game. Rust and eucalyptus. And we have focus 150. Not as good. We have a torch. A new helm that is better. So that is another item of attire. Very briefly, we will have the permafrost because we reroll again. Carmel, Morning Glory, and Violet are the colors.
Affirmative.
Boink, boink. And out we go. So we are now going to go to the bandits' cave, steal their outfit, their uniform. I guess bandits have uniforms now, which I theoretically should make it easy to find them, except Logan and the idiot squad that is the Seraph, they know where the bandit cave is, but they evidently don't want to actually do anything about it. So they're sending me into the cave. It's Logan Thackeray, guys. It's how he keeps his job is not clear to pretty much anyone.
You're trespassing, jerk.
I am a trespassing jerk. That is true. And I'm now wearing the bandit outfit. I'm sure no one will notice that I'm wearing the outfit that was being worn by the guy who was watching the outside. Skip. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we have the single best piece of dialogue in the game.
I'm Uptown Johnny, baby. Man plus.
And she just walks away over to the other bandit and shrugs. Uptown Johnny getting shot down in flames. It's glorious. I'm Uptown Johnny, baby. Man plus.
Where did I put those fuses?
I'm a dangerous woman.
If you say so. The burn raid. And that's 2 out of the 3 things we need to do. And the last thing we need to do is get the fuses.
Hurry up. Blaze wants those fuses.
Drake's getting a little cozy with it. You sure about this?
I was.
I will take the fuses.
Maybe now I'm changing my mind.
Over to Blaze. Hi, Blaze. How you doing? Note. So, the guy's name is Blaze, but it's not spelled B-L-A-Z-E, like a fire. It's spelled like the guy's name, Blaze, although that usually has an S instead of a Z. Anyway. But his face is scarred. So, have they named him Blaze, but given him a cool spelling as his bandit name, and he has a burn scar? Or was his actual name Blaze, and then he got a burn scar? Is it a case of nominative determinism, where his name determined his fate? I have a question. Are people being mean to him? Or did his parents just simply know what was going to happen? I feel a little sorry for Blaze. I mean, not a lot sorry. Because after all, he is part of a plan to burn down the orphanage and the hospital, the Veterans Hospital. Which, kind of a dick move.
Here's our favorite new undercover operative now. Let's see if the hero Shaymore can shed some light on things.
I'm on duty.
I knew you'd make it out, Safety. What did you learn? It's bad. Ted plans to burn down Vanguard Hospital and Queen's Heart Orphanage. That filthy scum. I'll help cover the orphanage. Doopy-doo-doopy-doop-doop.
Ted thinks we can't be in 2 places at once. But that's why the gods invented teamwork.
We have a new chess piece. Once again, We have Scarlet, Summer Thistle, and Sandstorm as the colors in our latest randomization. Francis has the rest covered mainly with the bodies of those he couldn't save. Exactly. He's just not very good at his job. That's the real problem. In fact, he's very bad at his job. Really, honestly, bad. So bad.
I was manufactured to the highest standards.
We want to take the copper doubloon. No idea if that's actually worth anything. 5.5 silver. Better than the other options. Alright, so we are now going to save the orphanage. And the kids will give me a warm round of applause because I am so damn cool. Arson at the Orphanage. The alternate title, of course, was Orphan at the Arsonage, but that didn't quite make the final cut.
The orphanage is this. By the blessed six. No. Stop them before the fire spreads.
Look at them run, like vermin.
Finish the job. Torch the
I want
place.
a full building sweep.
I'm gonna knock you out and look good doing it.
Hurts, doesn't it?
Come on up, down, Johnny. Wow, he was just facing away the whole time. That made it just easy. And Logan, why are you saying, I will see you again to the people we're killing?
Another one down. Keep it up. They're tough. They're no match for us.
Only I could.
One of my favorite bits of dialogue there when
These children have
when an
suffered enough.
NPC dies and they say, if only I could... Ugh. The sadness of the moment that they have realized that they will never, well, something.
Bye. You want a piece of me? Come
Stay
and
behind
get
me,
it.
children. With Cormier's help, I will protect you.
And we got him.
Murdering scum.
Finola, welcome back. Hope you're doing okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Every child is safe. Thanks to you. Cormier bless you.
Orphans cheer for me over and over and over again. I'm awesome. I mean, all the other kids, they've got parents, but the orphans got to meet me. So lucky.
The ministry got...
Visited San Leandro yesterday, parked your car at the old Pelton Center to go eat, and someone stole the rental car. Well, that wouldn't have happened when we were growing up.
Lieutenant Francis, what's the situation?
And here's Francis.
We got all the people out, sir, but so
I got
far we
all
haven't
the people
found
out, sir, he says. He says he got all the people out, but...
Francis, tell me you got everyone out of there.
He already said that he did.
No, sir. Sorry, sir. We got some of the people clear, but there were still people inside when it went up.
Could walk and catch the cars when you were growing up.
Right away. Did
Thank
you
you
at
for
least
it. Nice
catch
to know
the
you've got my
arsonists?
back.
No, sir. Never even saw them.
My friend, my guilty Vork. I would punish him, but he's a mod. He would just unpunish himself.
This
She's the only proper corpse.
One and only Maud. They busted us for curfew after 10. Yeah, I got pulled over once for your rear lights, your brake lights aren't working. I got out, had my friend start the car up. Brakes were working just fine. Well, they weren't working. Have a good day. Off they took. Finola and I grew up in the same town. We went to the same high school, although he was a couple of years ahead of me, so we didn't know each other. But the odds of him stumbling over my stream late one night, 2 60-plus guys. How many Guild Wars 2 players do you think were in our school? Let alone one's a streamer and one who's watching and just stumbles over his stream. Was the strangest occurrence I've ever had in streaming.
Move along.
Is the town crier supposed to be saying move along? I thought he's just supposed to, like, announce stuff. Let me sell my crap. And back upstairs. Yeah, the conversation went like this. I think he asked, "Are you an American?" And I said, "Yes, I'm in California. I'm in Silicon Valley." And he goes, "Oh, I grew up just up the road from there in San Leandro." And I went, "High school, class of 78." He responded, 74. That was it. Middle of the night, I think. I don't know what. Weren't you like living in Europe at the time?
You're too hard on yourself, Logan.
I think.
And on everyone else.
Anyway, what are the odds that two old farts, one of them streaming and the other is looking for a Guild Wars 2 streamer? Just weird. Wales. Okay. Yep. Just the odds were just ridiculous. All right, Countess Anise, disguise us.
Wait, what? What's up with my face? And why do I have to be the burned one?
It's not permanent, so stop crying.
I'm in the lovely and scenic Silicon Valley. It's neither lovely nor scenic. Used to be, though. Used to be called the Valley of Heart's Delight. And it was mostly orchards in the early 20th century. Hell, through the middle of the 20th century.
Shh, I hear something.
It's coming from below, and that floor grate is moving. So that's how they've been getting in and out without being seen.
Brainiac couldn't figure out that they were getting in and out through the sewers.
Or you'll give away the
How many other ways are there to get in and out of the goddamn jail?
Springing you is becoming a full-time job, you...
Rally to me! Shield formation! I can't be seen
What are we waiting for?
Rush them.
Wait, don't rush in.
Fools rush in where angels fear to tread.
Break formation! Spread out and take them down! Don't dance! Kill! Gods, do I have to do everything myself?
Evidently, you have to do everything yourself. Missed me. And she's on there. portals, sky scales, griffins,
That
oversized
was
bunnies,
exhilarating.
gliders, fast travel,
And
teleport to
effective.
friend. The list goes on and
Commander
on.
Serentine's little work release program is officially shut down. You've won a major victory for your queen, Captain.
Yay. I'm the hero and key. Which was the objective of this entire exercise. Mind you, I've been kind of dogging it, and that took an hour and 11 minutes. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll sell the butter. No, about 4 silver apiece. And I have 1,000 of them. And we'll sell the silk. Silk seems to be the thing that I end up selling the most. We'll exit and go over to the bank, and I'll give you my opening the box spiel. Turns out I have more spiels than I thought. Rocket boost. When we open the Black Lion chest, we will get a Black Lion statuette. We'll get a Black Lion mastery coffer. Used to be you could sell what was in it for a gold at least. Now it sells for 10 silver. It's essentially almost worthless because I have most of the mastery, all of the mastery points I need, or mastery XP I need, which is what it gives. I think I can get a spirit shard out if I get lucky. I will get 2 commons. Good things in here are always the unlocks, possibly the dies if I get lucky and get an exclusive. The crafting backpacks are okay because I'm currently making open world. Legendary armor, 2 pieces down, 16 to go. In the uncommon slot, it's an okay set. It's not a great set, I don't think. The New Kaining set. Sort of a floral themed, glowy jade thing. I have a couple of them, I think. I believe Vorp got this the other day, the Neon Demon Mask. Exactly. Well, a couple of them are floral themed. The torch, the staff, the war horn. But for instance, the shield, I wouldn't say there was anything floral about that one. Although it does look like they're all giving off glowy green flower petals. So a little floral. And then the set that's really not me, the magical set. You know, as a 60-odd-year-old guy, I was never really big into Sailor Moon. And frankly, you should probably be relieved by that. But if I had been, I would probably like these. And then the super rares, which I will never get. I'm going to click open. When I do, we're going to get a common here, and what we're looking for is a 5th box to appear right here. That'll be an uncommon or better, and that is a 10% chance. It's funny you should say that your Norn needs that weapon, Knox, as I got the Great Sword as a random drop, and I gave it to Vorp in channel because I knew it was quite his kind of thing. His characters are generally sporting Barbie-themed names. His aesthetic sense and mine are quite different. Here we go. Nope, just commons, and not good ones. We got 5 transmutation charges. I have about 1,500 of those. Not that important to get 5 more. And the Black Lion miniature claim ticket. I have almost all of the good stuff. I'll have to, at some point, go through and Drop that off. We have the Black Lion claims, or Black Lion statuette, of which we have a bunch as well. And the Black Lion Mastery Coffer, what this does is it gives us a potion that grants an amount, in this case, of Path of Fire Mastery Experience. You will know. Path of Fire, my mastery is maxed out. So. It did give me XP, though. Really? It gives you regular XP? Huh. I had no idea. I thought it only gave mastery XP. Weird. We got a new hat. We can change our dye one more time before we delete the character.
I'm not sure.
Here we go. It's avocado, grape shade, and darkness. And that is going to do it for the key farm. And we will now move on. Yes, Vorpaz wielded a lot. Mesmer Greatsword, always a winner. We log out. We go to Character Select. Fane's Heart, we thank you for your time, your effort. You will be greeted in the mists by all the heroes of history. We salute you. Bonk. Now, next up. Let's see. Log into Lens and see what we need to do for our dailies. We're going to do some dailies. Like I said, this is a low energy stream. And it's not going to be increasing the energy much from here. Man's got to rehydrate. Interesting. It says Divinity's reached District Promenade. I'm guessing that's where I was, so it thinks I'm still there. The daily gathering yield. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have for the dailies? We need a Cryptus event. Sure. My character, I have been doing most of that stuff on and collecting up the materials for the open world legendaries has been my Mechanist. Because Mechanist is really, really, really simple to play effectively solo or perform adequately in groups. Open world groups. You know, so things like convergences. She's the one who is dressed completely to go with her Jade Bot. That's a lot of green. There we go. Horn of Maguma, Wizard's Tower. See? Now that's the way it's supposed to work. We are going to head over here. And find a Cryptus Rift vent. I need a lot of the currency from this map. That's currently the biggest single thing keeping me from my third piece of open world legendary armor. I need a bunch of the currency. That direction. Probably over there. Bastion of Strength. Up, please. Thank you. It's down there. Anyone here? Nobody's here? Would you stop shooting shit at me? It's rude. Did no one ever tell you this? These things... Oh, there it is. All right. Ah, okay. I was off by one. There we are. There are people here. And just finish off the dailies for us. Then I'll take a browse through the weeklies and see what we've got in the way of weeklies. The Wizard's Vault, I think, is a terrific addition to the game in giving players reasons to play regularly. And in that way is an improvement over the login reward system, which, while it was, pretty great, it other than logging in, it didn't really require any effort.
Return, my friend.
This requires at least a modest amount of effort. And here comes the big bad. There he is.
Rocket punch.
I've beaten you, but you don't know
Main
it.
cannon.
They don't last very long.
A ripple in the earth.
And that is that.
Sweet, sweet.
Bong! And that is the dailies complete. 1,230 out of 1,300. Amnitas incursions. That does not appear that it actually had any of the currency for the map, sadly. As that is something I am in significant need of. Let me get myself away from mobs and see what the weeklies look like this week, because I haven't even given them a look. Salvage 50 items. That will be easy peasy. Complete 10 events. That'll be easy. Bounty. And something's attacking me again. Or group events. I'm assuming that what I just did was the group event. Let me go back to the Wizard's Tower. Oh ho. Americans are Europeans' great-grandfathers and mothers' outcome. Then you are European settlers who set out for a new land. Well, did you know that the Vikings sailed and found the new lands much earlier? Yes, I did know that. Without making a stronghold settlement that lasted, the natives did last thousands of years, one with nature in those lands, and made all they could to protect those lands. Well, yeah, but the sort of commonly held belief of the peaceful nature of the natives was not the truth. They had wars every bit as brutal as against each other as the ones we brought. Where we, I mean, Europeans. Put that away. What is wrong with my movement?
Feel the fury.
Something wrong with my mouse. My movement's feeling janky. Don't know why. Oh, what the heck? Something is definitely wrong with my mouse right now. All right. Wait, what? Okay, that's not working at all. I'm going to log out and back in. Because my mouse is kind of freaking out on me a little bit. Everything's just falling apart. Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. A little poetry this evening. Bet you weren't expecting that. This is taking longer than usual. Indeed, well, they did live in the era before industrial warfare and had some deep connections and respect for nature and animals. Generally true. What is going on? Are we going to behave now? No, we're not. Why am I getting lag like that? I'm not sure if it's me or the zone is screwed up. It's me. My mouse keeps malfunctioning on me. It's really malfunctioning. Pardon me for a second. I have an itch. And my arms are short, so I can't reach where the itch is. So I have to do that display. All right, let's try a different activity then, shall we? Again, low energy. I have to do this basically every day. Because I am trying to make legendary stuff. One of the things you need is provisioners tokens. And there are some things that you can trade for provisioners tokens, but you kind of want to hold on to most of those. But another thing you can trade is specific crafted items can be exchanged. And so I come here to my weaponsmith and I make 9 specific mithril items. And it helps me find them if I spell it correctly. So this is going to take a few minutes. I need mithril plated dowels. I need 18 of them. Close. Rill imb. Mithril imbued. Get those back in alphabetical order. I like animals. You like snakes and anacondas? I've never been a snake person. Not particularly afraid of them. Don't have a phobia about them. But no. I had a cat, but my allergies got so bad, it actually sent me to the emergency room. So that cat became my brother's cat. I would love to have a dog, but I don't think I would be able to take good enough care of it. You know, taking it out for walks a couple times a day. I just don't think it would be a good quality of life for the dog, because I live in a relatively small condominium. So I like the standard pet animals, dogs and cats. Beyond that, I had some fish when I was younger. That's about it. I am certainly an animal lover, depending on which animal and how it's cooked. Sorry. I had to. All right, we need one of these. We need one of these. We need 2 of these. That is cardigan emoji has followed. I have a spiel for this. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and occasionally complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Good evening and welcome. Now, did I just make 2 of those? The carrions? I did. Next up, we need 1 cleric, 1 knight, 1 rampager,
You can never have
and 2
too much
valkyries.
treasure.
I've done this a lot. Next up, we make the bits. Not able to type at all tonight. We need 1 axe blade. No, 2 axe blades. 2 axe blades? 2 axe blades. 1 greatsword blade and hilt. Two hammerheads and a mace head. The fact that I'm not looking this up is evidence of how many times I've done this. Basically, I get 11 a day, and you need like 50 for most of the sort of basic legendary stuffs. 2 shield backing and 2 shield bosses. At least 50. Just 2. Which means, you know, every day I've been doing this for a while now. I took a break for quite a long time after I finished making the legendary runes and sigils that I have. Alright, we have all the parts. No, we don't. We have almost all the parts. We need 2 large elder halves and 3 small ones. Big animals, intrashoes, snakes, and crawlers. Well, I mean, certainly, when I was a kid, we went to the zoo a lot. And I certainly wouldn't object to going to a zoo now. We often had field trips to the Steinhardt Aquarium, which is a world-class aquarium in San Francisco. I've been to the Monterey Bay Aquarium a couple of times, which is arguably
Everything
possibly
has
the best,
unfolded as I knew it
one of the
would.
best.
You keep me alive,
aquariums.
and I'll keep making a difference.
And now we make the actual things, which are crate weapons. We make 1 of each of these.
You can never have too much treasure.
You can never have too much treasure. And this is 9. And the other 2 things we trade in, I'll show you in a minute. After we stick these in the bank, because this character doesn't have access to the waypoints we need to deliver these to the provisioners. So I drop these down here. So I can find them easily. And this character heads over here to where there's a provisioner and buys one of the tokens. He is using obsidian shards, I think is the currency for this one. Yeah, one obsidian shard will buy 1 provisioner's token, but it's once a day per account. And the other person we now need is 1 Spungo Smallberries, my most played character. He's the one I've done all of the single-player content on. So, we grab the items back out of the bank. Whoop, there we are.
More violence, I say, less violence.
If I never heard that saying again, I would be fine with that.
My word.
We head over here to another provisioner, and this one we cash in 1 spirit shard, mystic forge stone. We have 288 of those. Buy a provisioner's token there. And now we are off to the Heart of Thorns. First to the Ogre Camp in Tangled Depths. There's 1 provisioner on each map. And he will buy 3 of these items. You know, you can also use a Chak egg, but I don't have a lot of those, so the regions of Krita is kind of getting in my way. So I'm going to turn us back onto streaming the application instead of streaming the screen. All right, that's 3 from that provisioner. Whoop. Next one's here.
What?
And this one has 2.
Commander, this way.
And the last one is right where you come in to Verdant Brink. And so doing this every day, that's 11 provisioners tokens a day.
First the pale tree, now this.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
That is all.
The other things I do every day, I do the dailies. I've been doing the provisioners tokens runs, and I have parked characters at various places in the map where I can quickly nab currencies and the like. There's a lot of money over time in doing this, in parking characters, where you can
Nothing like the spoils of war.
grab goodies. Next up, 3 chests in the Crystal Oasis, in the Crystal Desert. You'll notice there are 3 other people here as well. The anacondas are the big dudes. They keep hitting me. I'm going to wait. Should be able to get it this time. I think it's shooting at the other guy, but it was hitting me as well.
Oh, I know of a good use for this.
Threshold achieved.
3 globs of ectoplasm. That's like 1.2 gold right there. Anacondas, big dudes, and the ancestors were humongous dinosaur snakes roaming free. The anacondas are still big. There was a recent case, I don't know, maybe 2-3 months ago, about a woman, getting eaten by an anaconda. Log out. Next up. And this guy harvests the nodes in my home instance and a couple of the guilds that I'm in. And again, by doing this, woman that got lost, she was clearly lost. Yeah, they cut her out of the anaconda, but it was too late. I think it was an elderly woman. And because we have 30 quartz crystals, we can come over here and turn one of them into a charged quartz crystal. Came here to do dailies, instead listening to an Asura in a top hat play the lute. And that's... just another day in Guild Wars 2. There's a post on Reddit where somebody in the MMORPG subreddit was saying that that we play MMOs because grinding is fun. And my immediate response, I didn't respond in the thread, was, no, that's bullshit. MMO players play MMOs for a billion different reasons. And sure, some of them like grinding. Some of them wouldn't even ever dream of grinding. Some of them enjoy playing music, being social, being competitive. Players love all kinds of different things. Some people like grinding, but not everyone. That's not what makes them fun. Next up, guild halls. By the way, Vorpine has a guild. Pirate Barbie House. Call letters are YAR. Wrong button. Right button. But just by doing this stuff, you know, taking 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day, all this stuff I'm harvesting over time, it adds up. And if you do it every day, you can end up with a good chunk of change. Now, it used to be a little bit easier to get the good stuff, as all you had to do was log in every day and get the login rewards. So now you have to work for it with the dailies. But the rewards from the Wizard's Vault are really good. I think it's a terrific addition to the game. And I give full marks to the dev team. It gives the players ways to get things that they want, and it gives the developers what they want. It keeps characters engaged, players engaged, rather than just passively logging in once a day. And back to the Irregulars, which is the main guild that my friends and I have. Quite like having a daily routine. Yeah, exactly. And it's nice to have rewards for that. And it does keep me engaged with the game to get to do the dailies. I mean, I used to do the dailies back when the dailies were originally a thing at launch. There are a good number of my achievement points are from finishing off dailies. Something like 7,000 of my achievement points are from doing dailies. And we got an obsidian shard out of that. Let's see. Where is it? There it is. 7,315 of my achievement points have come from dailies. 177 have come from monthlies. And one last thing. There are some chests, if you've got enough of the masteries in Icebrood Saga, that you can open that are very rewarding as well. They give the, what is it, corrupted ice? A lot of it. And that can be used, this stuff, the eternal ice shards, can be used to buy tier 5 and tier 6 materials bags. I think it can be used to buy all of the tiers. And a lot of times the intermediate tiers are worth more than the higher tier ones. But I'll be using them to buy high tier ones because I need those mats.
Oh yeah, that's my loot.
Get that out of the inventory immediately. That is a gifted sub from Yogi to Hirdii, HIRDII_. Thank you very, very much, Yogi. That's extremely kind of you. And my condolences here, D. You've got a sub. Congrats. I believe you're legally required now to watch my stream. And in fact, watch them on VODs on both Twitch and YouTube and tell your friends. Pretty sure that's the rules. He's making that up. Don't believe him. He's a great big fibber. Thank you very, very much. I really do appreciate that. It is by no means necessary, but thank you. And so we've got a couple of large chests, a medium chest, and a Norn chest. And as you can see, no shortage of players grabbing them all.
Nothing like the spoils of war.
So it is not unusual for players to log in every day and do this little bit of running around for more stuff. Because it all adds up over time. That's why on Guild Wars 2 Efficiency, if you're familiar with that website, I am in the 93rd percentile of account value of people who have signed up. A lot of the streamers I've run into are significantly higher than that. And the way you do it isn't just by playing, but by going out of your way to do a few things. Grab the daily materials. Park a character that you're not currently playing at a place where you can open 4 chests in 2 minutes. That kind of stuff. Over time, it really genuinely matters. As you can see, I currently have how many thousand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7,000 Eternal Ice Shards, and I'll be turning those into bags of mats. Most of the count value is just long-term daily stuff. Yeah. Let's see. What else can I do? I think that's probably going to do it for the evening. Let me see if there's anyone currently on that I can send you along to. No, Muckluck's playing Riftbreaker. They're afraid it's Monday. So I think I'm just going to call it here. I want to thank you guys, as always, for hanging out with me on this low-energy stream. Day after an evening filled with vodka. And I just wanted to do something. Was feeling certainly well enough to stream, so here I was. And thanks for hanging out and watching. I really appreciate it. I always genuinely appreciate it. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow at my usual time of 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, early morning in Asia and Australia. With more, I'll be heading back to the other character, back to Carax's Scriptbane. A week from tomorrow, I will be mixing things up, because on the 9th, 2 things are coming out that I want to play. The new season or league for Last Epoch, and also the launch of a free-to-play shooter game, Once Human, that looks pretty good to me, gotta say. I will probably be playing both of those on stream. Last Epoch, I bought it, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, so I have played a lot over the years, and I'm looking forward to the new league. And was all stoked for it. Now I'm going to have to split time. I'll probably start in the morning. I'll probably do a morning session when I start playing Last Epoch, and then probably after dinner when I start an evening session, I'll probably start playing Once Human. Give Once Human a little bit of time to get the servers settled down. So that's my plan, and that's next week. But I think for the intervening week, I expect more Guild Wars 2. Making good progress on Heart of Thorns. After Heart of Thorns, it'll be Living World Season 3. And then Path of Fire, Living World Season 4. And then the Icebird Saga. I'll probably be skipping the Champions stuff for Icebird Saga, as those are the Dragon Response missions, and soloing those is completely doable and completely not fun. And then that will lead into End of Dragons, Yala Delve, and then Soto. A lot of content coming. But for now, it's going to be more of this lovely Guild Wars 2 content. Tomorrow, more Heart of Thorns. Again, thank you guys very, very much for hanging out. I'm back again tomorrow. Hopefully you'll see me soon. Have a great night tonight. And I'll see you next time. So, ciao for now. Good night, guys.